Hey there and welcome. Today's video will be all about spot soldering, since the product that I have here for you is the brand new FNIRSI SWM-10 Smart Spot Welder. Spoiler alert, I already tested this and I'm recording this intro after those tests and I'm pretty impressed, so bear with me and watch what this little fellow can do. Other than being a spot welder, is also a power bank, so that was unexpected. As a disclaimer, this product was sent for review by FNIRSI free of charge for me, and I didn't receive any payment from them for making this review. Nevertheless, let me thank FNIRSI for their continuous collaboration with the channel and all the channel sponsors that keep these videos coming by using the affiliate links on the screen or in the video description before paying their purchases on AliExpress or Amazon. You pay the same, but give me a big help to maintain the channel. A sincere thank you. I'm really pumped to show you this working. Let me start by showing you the features highlights. So without further ado, let's see what we have here. This is the box for the SWM-10 spot welder. Very nice, as usual, very nice presented by FNIRSI. Here we have the main highlights. Yeah, okay. Let's open it and see what we have inside. Okay, so we have the normal FNIRSI quality assurance stamp, a user manual. Okay, it's in color, English, Portuguese. What else? We have Russian, I think. Yeah, or well, I'm not very good with Cyrillic, but I think it's Russian, and Chinese. Okay, so a user manual, a spot welder, and what else do we have in here? The normal USB Type-C to Type-A charging cable. We have two tips or electrodes, and yeah, some nickel, and the cables for welding. These bring already tips, so we have two more different size or just a replacement. I have to see later. Okay, that's it, what we have in the box. Let's see the first impressions on this one. Okay, let's open this. Yeah, take it out. Okay, first of all, we have a stand. We can work with it in the upper position, yeah, like this. So very nice. We have in the top two connectors for the soldering cables, two control buttons, some lights on the left side. This is a LCD, I think a color one. Let's see what we have on the top. So let me check. So on the top we have a power button, a USB Type-C port, and also a USB Type-A port, and a reset button. This doesn't seems to be a button, just a reset hole. Okay, on the back we have something written. Let's see, the model, maximum current 1200 amps, charge discharge 5 volts 2.1 amps, and also it has a battery capacity of 5000 milliamps. hour. And that's it. Nothing else, nothing on the bottom. We have rubber feet on the bottom, okay, to prevent sliding. Okay, let's power this up and see what we have in terms of menus. Okay, so it's operation time. Let's power this on. Okay. In the screen, what we have here the status of the welding. It's a status light. This is the voltage of the battery, 4.20 right now. 23 degrees is the device temperature itself, because this is important, because as you use it will increase, and for that you have here alert icon that will tell you if the battery is too hot to work. You have also the indicator for the sound and the battery indicator. But before moving on, let me show you the menu, because we need to change this to English. Okay, so we do a long press in this button, this interchange button, and then we go down until we find English. Just press again and move to English, and we are done. I think that we don't have a back button. At least let me press, okay, just press again, a long press. And then we have from top to bottom the preheat time. Right now it's 10 milliseconds. We have also the pulse time, 10 milliseconds. And finally we have the interval time. This interval time, it's between pulses. So after we have also the dots. Well, what they call dots, it's the number of times that the device will solder while you have the solder pen in the nickel. So if you want to solder only once or up to 5, you can. Right now it's at 5. I think that this can be increased a bit. You can change the menus by short pressing here, and it will go around. And to change the values, just use like this. Okay, so I will leave at 5. Let's see. So the preheat maximum is 10 milliseconds. Let's see. We have a maximum of 30 milliseconds for pulse. And let's go again. A maximum of 20 milliseconds as interval. This is the maximum of the device. I will leave it like that. Let's try it. And in the bottom you have the current indicator and the number of soldering spots that you made with the device since it started working. Let's go again to the menu. Let's see what we have in here. So we have, in the first option, we have the welding delay. What is the welding delay? Well, this is a smart spot welder. You don't have to press anything to use it. You just put the soldering pens in the nickel and it detects. It waits 0.8 seconds and then it will solder. So it's the delay that the device will wait before solders. You have also the interval between soldering, auto off in 60 minutes. We have screen B, brightness, sorry, screen brightness. Yeah. And the volume of the keys, probably some volume while soldering. I didn't see it yet. And you can also have this in reverse order, in the screen in a reverse angle, like this. So if you prefer to have the spot welding working to that side, you can. Let's change it again. What else? We have the overheat warning at 65 Celsius degrees and the under voltage at 3.7 volts. So below 3.7 volts it will not solder well. You should recharge. And basically the factory reset. Okay, let's do a factory reset. I always like to do factory reset. Yeah, we are back to Chinese. Let's move to English. again, and yeah, that's it. One thing that is pretty cool and I didn't show you before, or I didn't told you before, is that this unit is also a power bank. So for power bank, you just press here on the power button like that, and you have here some indicators. So what is this? You have for charging, I believe it's this from this side, and you use the USB Type-C for that, the voltage, the current and the power while charging. You have the battery indicator here blinking, and also while discharging you have on the USB Type-A socket also the voltage, current and power. Yeah, that's it basically, and I think that I covered most of the things. Okay, that's it. It's time for some testing. Now it's the time to talk about this video sponsor, PCBWay. I always use PCBWay for creating my boards with a professional factory quality, as you saw in my millivolt voltage reference board. It is very cheap to manufacture your PCBs on PCBWay. You can manufacture 10 PCBs for only $5. How awesome is this? And it is pretty easy also. Just insert here the PCB dimensions and you'll have an instant code. So when you want a PCB, visit PCBWay to get your code, and if it is your first time ordering from PCBWay, you can use our access link for a $5 credit. And don't forget, they also have component assembly service, 3D printing service and much more. So let's connect the soldering pens. We have these protections that came. Okay, you have to do a bit pressure to put it in the place. Yeah, like this. And finally we take the protections of the electrodes. So now we power this up and let's do some testing. Okay, for the first attempt I will use this piece of nickel to solder two pieces of nickel. I put everything at the maximum values. Let's see how it performs. I think that we don't even need to have this so well. As you can see, let's see if I can show you. Yeah, I'm using the autofocus. Normally I don't use the autofocus, but so we can see how this solders. And it seems pretty well soldered. Let me try to put this. Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, it totally ripped the metal, so it was totally soldered. I think it had even a hole in it, so no doubts about it. Let's try. I will cut this off and let's try again with a little bit less power. This is very powerful to solder. Okay, so we had 5 dots. We will change, or I will change. Let's see. Okay, I will put this at 2 dots only, so it will solder 2 times. And also the pulse can be like 20 milliseconds. Yeah, and the interval 20 milliseconds. Let's try again. Okay, let me just see if I can put this align. Yeah, and yeah, let's try again. And that's it. Let me show you. Seems pretty well soldered, like this. Again, sometimes it's hard to show you, but the other side. I will solder this to a battery to better see the soldering on a 18650 battery, but it seems very well soldered with less power or less pulse. Again, yeah, it still rips the metal, You can control this as per your needs, obviously, but I'm pretty satisfied with this. To be honest, I was not believing so much when I see that this was battery powered, but seems to be working really, really well. Okay, let's decrease again the preheat. No, the preheat, I will leave it at 10 milliseconds. I will put the pulse at 15 and the interval also at 15. Okay, still 2 dots, so it will run twice. Okay, again. Yeah, pretty nice spots. You can see that they pass to the lower nickel band. Pretty nice spots, really. Look at this. Let me try to rip it again. Yeah, but it was much more easier to rip this one. So maybe keep it at 20 is the best option. One more time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me bring a battery. I will increase this to 20. I think that 20 worked better. Okay, I had here some batteries to test. The other side might be nicer. Okay, so I have here a holder. Yeah, just to keep the battery stable. I will not, this is just for test, I will not use this at all, but just to keep it stable. A holder, yeah, like this. And okay. Okay, let's see what we had here. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Let's try to remove the nickel. Yeah, you can, but you have to do some pressure. Okay, I will increase this again to 30. And 3 pulses. Let's see what happens. Okay. Here we go. One more time. Okay, and the last one. Yep. Let me show you. Okay, okay. Focus, focus. Yeah. It still seems okay. This sometimes it's hard to focus. Okay, it still seems very nice soldered. Yeah, I need to apply some pressure because it was a bit up, but so let's see what happens when I try to remove this. Yeah, this is really, yeah, really soldered. Part of the metal was sticking here. Okay, it seems very nice. Let me show you in terms of hotspot. Everything works perfectly well. So let me show you the power bank function. Okay, now to show you the power bank function, let's just press the power button really quickly and you have the screen as I showed you before. I have here one of my 65 watts power supply, and I'm using it connected to the FNB58, very nice power meter for USB, and using the cable supplied, this one, I will now connect to the USB Type-C port, that is the charging port. Okay, as you can see, immediately he detected the current and the powers. You can see here, let me just do, you can see here in the FNB, in the power meter, that it is consuming 0.25 amps and 1.29 to 30 watts with the supplied power cable. So it will do the trick. But if you change this power cable, let me just try to connect here a new one. I have this is one of the purple ones. I didn't find my orange one. So if you connect here, immediately you will see that the amps increased to 6.64 amps, and we have right now 3.2 watts. So yeah, it was already much better. But then if you connect directly using a decent power cable like this one, you will have like 1.2 amps, and you can have if you have a better cable, you can have even more while loading this. Don't forget the limits of charging or discharging, but yeah, 6.21, and while charging he will show you here all the information. I don't think that we have here any option. No. Okay, this is the charging part. Let me show you the this one working as a power bank. To show you the power bank function, I have now connected to the USB port A my cable, the purple one, and connected to the output is a cable that will go directly to my phone. So I will connect here in the input the cable here, and as you can see, he already detected it's charging. It's charging with 2.63 watts, 0.56 amps, and that makes sense since this cable is able of this only. Let's see here in the screen what we have. So in terms of voltage, it says 5.1 volts output, 0.61 to 62 amps output, and 3.2 output also. Well, it will not be exactly the values that we have here in the meter, but it's, well, somehow close. 61 amps, 0.61 amps in here, 62, so it's close. Yeah, but another cool function for this, you can have 5000 milliamps hour power bank also with this device. Pretty cool. I'm back and it's wrap up time. First the price, and it's listed at 43 euros or $46 on AliExpress official store. And I have to say that first it seemed a bit pricey when compared with other options also available. Then I went to dig a bit more in the specs and understood that most of the spot welders have a welding current of a maximum of 800 amps. Most of them are around 600 amps, and this one is 1200 amps. The power bank is a nice feature. Not sure if in normal workshop use cases that will be used, but it's there to be used, so it's a plus. I was really impressed with the performance of it. I just did some testing, but in real life work the setting will be more tuned to achieve the desired results. Mostly find the best value between pulse, timing and number of soldering runs. The usage is intuitive enough and you will be using this device in no time. As I said before, the real challenge is to understand what is the ideal combination of values for different nickel strips and so on. The overall experience was pretty good and I was satisfied with the results, and I can say that this one will for sure be on use on my workbench. If you liked what you saw and are considering to buy one, please consider also become a channel sponsor by using the affiliate links on the screen or in the description of the video to buy your SWM-10. You will pay exactly the same and will sponsor the channel. And if this video was useful to you in any way, please help me to spread the love and slap that like button to spread the word. And please remember that I receive every week new products to review. So subscribing will help to keep you on the loop of what's new in the market. That's it for today. Thank you for being with me and I hope to see you in my next video.